So is that one reason for why very strong profiles still receive denials? I've seen this online where
Mhm.
people with, say, PhDs in important fields that have been identified as in the national interest, they've received denials. And is it usually because even though they had strong profiles, they just didn't lay out a proposed endeavor that made sense? Because again, you're telling USCIS to not protect US workers because of your work. So if you can't make that case, then it doesn't matter how strong of a profile you have. You can't just let USCIS guess what kind of contribution you can make based on your profile, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I shouldn't say this is always the case. Sometimes USCIS are just going to deny a strong case, even if you did everything right. Sometimes USCIS will deny a case and they didn't even read the file. And it's clear from the denial notice that they just didn't read anything. And I've definitely had those denials. So, and I know other law firms do too. Other people come to me for second opinions sometimes, and I see the filing and I see what the other lawyer did, and I'm like, this looks good. It shouldn't have been denied. But there are definitely other times where people either self-file or they go with a law firm that I don't think has as much experience in NIWs. And the proposed endeavor is essentially just saying that the person will continue working at their current company. Like, it's not thoughtfully put together or fleshed out in a way that makes sense for the individual person and highlighting their contributions to the US and their intention to contribute individually and personally in the future. And I think cases that are drafted that way kind of get lucky when they're approved, and they do often get denied. If you have a proposed endeavor and it's just basically saying, I'm working at this company, look at my laundry list of accomplishments so far, it's not very compelling when it comes to that balancing test and the third prong of DANISAR, where USCIS is deciding whether or not you, on your own merits, should be able to bypass this whole labor certification process that protects US workers. At that point, USCIS is likely to think that your company should just go through the PERM process and follow the protections of US workers. So this can be fatal to some cases, and I have seen denial notices that are based on this. I just don't want to make the claim that most or all denial notices are based on this, because sometimes there are other issues with the adjudication.